With a title like Choose Your Pain, you know bad things are coming for the crew of the Discovery. Right away we are given a number of problems for the Discovery. Lorca is told to use the spore drive less by Starfleet. Burnham is worried that the health of the tardigrade monster is deteriorating. Starfleet is not happy Burnham is not in prison, and then Captain Lorca is captured by the Klingons. This all happens before the opening titles even run, by the way. This is going to be a busy episode of Star Trek Discovery. The Choose Your Pain title comes from the Klingons' favorite prison game. The Klingon prison guards give their prisoners a chance to take a beating or pass it on to another cellmate. This keeps the prisoners from bonding with each other. The now captured Captain Lorca's new cellmate is none other than Harry Mudd himself. Mudd, of course, is a famous Star Trek The Original Series villain who squared off against Captain Kirk. In Star Trek Discovery, Mudd is played by Rainn Wilson, who has channeled all the humor and craziness of the original Mudd. This is also the first time we see any of the more adult content that was mentioned by CBS. Cadet Tilly drops a kick F-bomb as she, Stamets, and Burnham are working on finding a way to run the spore drive without the tardigrade monster. IWASNT1 who was really concerned with the more adult tone of this series. When the F-bomb was dropped, however, it was a shock. You aren't used to hearing or seeing mature content in Star Trek. The moment was meant to be funny and light, but it ended up being weird. Meanwhile, Lorca is making his escape from the Klingon ship. Mudd, however, doesn't get to escape. Mudd was feeding the Klingons information about the prisoners, and for that, Lorca decided to not let Mudd join his escape. Also, Saru is becoming more and more like the Vulcans of Star Trek Enterprise. By not listening to Burnham or his crew about the tardigrade monster and continuing to make jumps with the spore drive, Saru caused the monster to go into a protective state. With the monster no longer available, it was Stamets himself who acted as the biological computer to make the jump. At the end of the episode, however, we see Stamets leave the bathroom after brushing his teeth, but his reflection doesn't leave immediately and appears to be a few moments behind. The mirror is an interesting way to show possible damage to Stamets. Perhaps this is foreshadowing a major plot reveal. Burnham and Saru also repair their difficult relationship. Both of these characters needed to clear the air, and in the end, Burnham gets to save the life of the tardigrade monster and Saru gets some much-needed confidence. This was a fun and intense episode of Star Trek Discovery and certainly sets up some very interesting future storylines.